Yo, Gizzo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What up, what up? We got some shit to talk about. Money on the flow.
Was everything okay?
Yep. Perfect. Thank you. Peace. Nick going crazy. Thank you. I told y'all. Told y'all. Trying to get my dribble right. Let me get up out of here. Hope that music didn't copyright violate my shit. Hold on. Can I get away without a copyright violation? It was a little music in the background. I'd be pissed if I violated. Hold on. Hold on. Bear with me. My keys at. Make sure that y'all subscribed. He said, I saw the title. Money on the flow. Hold on. Hold on. All right. What up? Got some heat on in here. What's up, people? Cut this down a little bit. What up, what up, what up? He said feet check. I got Cole Haans on boots. Oh, these carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. Dave Easy went to the party. We got some breaking news. It was only a matter of time. I told y'all, I think it was 2 lives ago, somebody was gonna cross the gun line. I told y'all, one of them niggas on the stage. What's it called? The Let's Talk About It. Let's Yap About It. Let's Rap About It podcast. What's the name of their podcast? Fab and Davies didn't jump in to preach that they not fucking with Max like Mano did. That's blind, one-sided loyalty. Fab and East definitely gonna be on that Max EP. Hey, yo. Didn't I tell y'all somebody was gonna cross the gun line? I told y'all. Saw 2 channels speaking on you today. It's the welfare system, man. These niggas, they need that. It's the only way that these niggas gonna feed themselves. It's Christmas time, man. Let them niggas eat. They don't stand a chance. Fab was at the party too. I ain't see Fab, but I just seen a video of Dave East. What is it called when somebody crosses the picket line? You know, when somebody's on strike, the steel workers, the refuse workers, the people that collect the trash, it's called a skizab, right? Hey, yo, I told y'all it was gonna be a scab on that stage. I told y'all. The prospect of a hip hop artist doing a song with Max B right now, the reward is kind of great. And from the looks of that welcome home party, he's litty. His songs, people singing along, the party was live, he was rocking a party. looked like the place to be. It did. And Dave East and Max B, they got music together already. I don't know exactly when that shit came out, but they got music together. And I'm told that even Mano was on a Max B project somewhere along the lines. But I told y'all. Let me get you out of here, goofball. I told y'all, man. I knew it. And, for whatever reason, I felt it was going to be Dave East. I did. Because when they was talking about it, when Mano and Jim was discussing it, Dave was quiet. He wasn't saying anything. He wasn't. He didn't say nothing. And that tells me that he probably was in touch with him before he got home. We don't know the extent of their relationship. Him and Max B could have had they could have been in touch while he was in jail. I mean, Dave is from Harlem. I'm pretty sure that Max was in touch with people, from the streets. He said Fabulous does too. His face told it all. I'm just assuming based on his age. The age factors in too. Dave is younger than all of them guys. He younger than all of them. So I would think that he probably was a fan of probably all of them. A fan of Jim Jones, a fan of Fabulous, a fan of Max. Could have been a fan of Mano. You never know. And I believe that put him in a situation where he wanted to be impartial. And if you really think about it, Jim tried to lay his law down. He tried to just put that out there, that my friends shouldn't be dealing with my enemies. That was an objective. He had an objective for doing that. That was him putting it out there to them. Everybody that was on that stage at that podcast. Just put it out there. Right? And of course, grown men go make grown men decisions. I'm pretty sure Dave is thinking for himself and saying to himself, man, we got a record that we got to put out. Me and Max. Yeah. The only one that really fed into it was Mano. Mano was probably tied to Jim because he has to be. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. Peace and salute, brother Dribble. Fabio was there too. It was a test. Now they got more content. Jim Jones seemed very emotional. I don't know why he don't just let that shit go. Listen, right? Nas and Jay-Z was at it. They was at it for years. They battled. It's public knowledge that Jay-Z was involved with Nas's baby mom, Carmen Bryant. And them niggas ended up working together, doing music and doing business together. They got past it. So I think, I feel that maybe Jim should be able to get past it. But if a nigga really fucked your broad or, put his penis in your broad mouth, anything along those lines, you probably ain't gonna be his friend. And I'm assuming that if he has that much of a grudge against Max B, it probably has something to do with the girl. Yeah. Dave East and Fabio are so-called NYC Crip associated artists. Jim is a clown. He did that to Cam, messing with 50. Great point. Great fucking point. He did. When Cameron was at it with 50 Cent, Jim Jones crossed the gun line. He did. He did. 17 years, man. Jim too old. Mano is screwed. Mano is the one who fed into the question when it was posed on their platform. And I believe that Mano was just addressing his life preserver. Because, as we all know, It's some truth to this. I can't remember who did the video. Somebody put out a video recently and they said Mano always needed help. He always had to cling to somebody. Little Kim, Uncle Murder, Jim Jones. They was naming the people that he had to associate himself with, affiliate himself with, cling to for relevancy. And they said Mano kind of got a ride. He don't have no choice. Imagine Max on camera on Mace podcast. Max punched on Jim as well. Jim showed Mano how to dress. He never gonna leave but side. Getting fly is a job. He clung to Uncle Murder and Angela Yee. Yeah, Angela Yee was the last person. Taxes on Twitter calling Max and French Blades. Taxstone need to go ahead, man. Taxstone got forever and a day to do in the penitentiary, man. Them niggas, I told y'all about them niggas in jail. Them niggas is the worst. They be miserable as a motherfucker. They the ones that spread all the rumors on niggas and shit. A lot of rumors to be attached to niggas, they come from them picnic tables. They come from them picnic tables in jail. Niggas be in jail, booked like a motherfucker, man. Miserable as hell. They be wishing everybody into the penitentiary. Making up rumors. Just anything. It's crazy. Mano backed himself into a corner. It's the music business. And if those guys are doing, music business or doing music with Max prior to him going to prison, Jim is being selfish to expect them not to deal with him or interact with him. Did you see Dame Dash doing push-ups? Yeah, them shits was killing him. Jomo was hating on Mace for stunting on cats when he was first outside the box. Jomo hold images about stunting on people. Taxstone needed to go sit down and write a letter. Mano was on the Coke Wave tapes. So, Mano probably don't have a choice. Jim Jones, his association with Jim Jones has served him well. They did the Lobby Boy project. Pretty sure they've done shows together. We've seen what Mano's shows look like when he by himself. He kind of needs to be in that pocket of Jim Jones, Fabulous, Dave East. That's kind of like a life preserver. I got to stick to these niggas. And I could probably make it work from here. I'm not kicking dirt on him. I'm just keeping it real. But he said it out of his mouth. He said, because you're my friend, I can't go to the Max B welcome home party. Fabulous and Dave East didn't say nothing. They didn't. Dave knew he was going the day that they said that shit. He knew he was going. He knew he was going to fuck. The whole time that they was having that conversation, in his mind, he said, call him Brother Daoud, by the way. In Daoud's mind, he knew the whole time that he was going to fuck with Max when Max got out of jail. This is coming at a time when, hip-hop music is on life support. With the exception of the underground artists, the mainstream guys, they fell out of the top 100 hip-hop charts. I mean, the top 100 music charts, no hip-hop artist charted for the first time in 40 years. That means it's in a dark place. A quick trip back to the charts would be getting on a song with Max B or being featured with Max. Max is going to get a listen. Everybody's on edge. People want to hear what he's going to sound like. Bobby Shmurda came home, struck out. Shine came home, struck out. Rowdy Rebel came home, struck out. We haven't seen very many people come home from prison and, get their footing back. Shaheem is one of the ones who was able to come back and catch his stride and get back in motion. But I think Max B has a great chance. I just posted a video of him with Dame Grease in French Montana. And this is going to get messy. It is. French made peace with Jim Jones while Max was in jail. He's back with Max. I'm pretty sure they've had a conversation about Jim. If there's somebody who could say, I'm going to mediate this situation, it's French. I'm going to mediate this situation. I'm going to talk to Jim and maybe we can get something going between you two guys, because that's going to be the ultimate payday. The ultimate payday for Max B and Jim Jones is a record between them both, a record with both of them on it. It will benefit both of them tremendously. It would. It would. And from what I'm seeing, Max isn't beefing with Jim. Jim is the one that's clinging to the issue or whatever. He said, what happened with Dave East? Dave East crossed the gun line. He's been affiliated closely with Jim Jones in recent years. Jim Jones did a podcast probably 2 weeks ago. It was at least 10 days before Max B was getting out. And he said that my friends shouldn't be dealing with my enemies. That was his warning or directive. He was putting that out to the guys on the stage. He know Max B is coming home. He wanted to suppress the thought. If these niggas even thought about collaborating with Max B or dealing with Max B, hanging with Max B, taking a picture with Max B, I'm going to put this out here. My friends shouldn't deal with my enemies. That's a hell of a statement coming from him after he crossed Cameron. That's crazy. Didn't you and Mano have conflict for a brief moment? Briefly. I wouldn't call it a conflict. Mano ain't got no motion. He definitely has to stick to them. So yeah, it's public. It's one of the hottest breaking news stories online that Dave East crossed the gun line. When there's a picket situation, when you have people picketing and protesting and on strike, collectively that means we not working, we not gonna do it. Sometimes you have people who cross the line and go back to their employer, go back to their oppressor, and we refer to those people as scabs. So in this type of situation, Dave East would be considered a scab, but he never said he wasn't gonna fuck with Max. I'm pretty sure the question will be presented. I don't know what it's gonna be like going forward. Maybe the next podcast episode that they have, will probably be their biggest one. They need to huddle up and say, yo, this is it. Everybody's looking, everybody's watching, everybody want to know what's going on. And you went to the party, so we're going to talk about that. How was the party? Did you have a good time at the party? I think that would make for a good discussion, but the next episode is probably going to be addressed. BG, Tupac. Tupac did great coming out of prison. Great, yeah. BG, Turk didn't do well. BG, you got to show me a little bit more. What do you think about the MC Shan Big Daddy Kane diss? Oh my God. I ain't gonna speak. I didn't hear the diss, number one, but I've been seeing Shan's rants. I like Shan. Shan treated me very, very well. Very compliant. He helped me out. He helped me out a lot. I respect him. Got love for him. I'm not here for that. But I will say this. I seen an interview on a platform a while ago where Big Daddy Kane was telling his story about joining the Juice Crew. Big Daddy Kane is from Brooklyn. Most of the Juice Crew is from Queensbridge and I believe Long Island. Mostly Roxanne Shante from Queensbridge, Marley Marl from Queensbridge, MC Shan is from Queensbridge, Tragedy Gaddafi is from Queensbridge. This is some of the core members of the Juice Crew. Kane said when he first came over and started to fuck with Marley Marl and the Juice Crew, the Shan didn't really embrace him all like that. He probably considered Kane to be a threat because, as you know, Kane ended up going to be a huge star and, iconic in hip-hop. He he blew past Shan in terms of relevancy. He went straight to the top of the hip hop totem pole. At a point in time, it was basically just him and Rakim at the tippity top. So it could have some history to it. Him and Shan probably, you know how niggas is, man. I gotta say this though, right? It's an overwhelming amount of people beefing online. You know, hip hop artists beefing. Everybody's getting way off track, way away from the content. If you got a beef going on, that means you got all eyes is on you, right? This is the time that you should be dropping some music or some type of merch to sell, because you got the clientele. People are visiting your fucking page. People are coming to your fucking channel. Like, you supposed to have some dope to sell. You see what's going on with Jay Mills and Goods? Jay Mills is selling product, man. He pushing his merchandise. A lot of these guys, they just beefing just to be beefing. Like, I was just I'm from afar watching Trendsetter Shady and Oskino, and I'm like, y'all getting way off track. Y'all actually fucking y'all channels up. They fucking their channels up, man, putting all that crazy shit on their channel. It's clouding the creativity and that which is fruitful on the channel. The same with their Instagram page. When you go to Shady IG page, it's just covered with Oskino issues. Like his last maybe 7-8 posts, Oskino. A lot of the content that's coming from Oskino channel is either Shady, Freeway, Garci. It's overwhelming right now. It is. Chrissy gotta say, Jim, go talk to Max. Cam said Jimmy don't even like Davies. Max won't benefit from a feature with Jimmy. He will so. Them niggas made incredible music together. You ever heard of G's Up, Hoes Down? Max's name is tied to Jim. Jim's name is tied to Max. They both will benefit by doing a song together. They will. Anything that they can come up with together will be appreciated. Them niggas had one hell of a chemistry. They did great music together. So the seat that French Montana is sitting in, you know, him and Max, they got the Coke wave thing going on. Let's just say, hypothetically, you took French out the seat and sat Jim in there. Jim and Max would do better. Gully, don't forget True Life and Max B are friends. Jim just tripping over Chrissy. He should get over that shit. I heard she was a pass around for the dope boys in Harlem. Mano said he knew Max before Jim Jones, but getting money with Jim Jones. He don't have a choice. He don't have a choice. It will probably hurt Mano's situation. This is what happens when you're not a self-made nigga. You gotta cling to motherfuckers and shit. You gotta dick ride, dick eat, accept shit that you uncomfortable with. Somebody just put out the video, it was like a week ago, and they said Mano always, it might have been Hassan, he always needed to cling to somebody. Things that he did on his own didn't flourish, it didn't work out. Like I think his podcast was called Kitchen Talk. It didn't work out. His solo music career didn't work out. He just don't, some guys just don't got it. They don't. The whole beef is about Max letting the world know she touched it in Miami. We need her name. They wasn't beef. That's not what it was about. Max felt he wasn't being compensated correctly for his contributions, either writing hooks or writing songs for Jim. Shout out to the Juice Crew All-Stars. The BDK fall off needs to be studied. I don't know if you could say Big Daddy Kane fell off. That was a long time ago, man. Big Daddy Kane is an artist from 1987, 88, man. That's a long time ago. Long fucking time ago. He hasn't put out new records or nothing like that. He hasn't put out new music, so I mean, what the fuck can you expect? It's been a long time. He's probably in the same boat as everybody else from his generation. I don't think nobody from his generation is at the top of their game or at the top of music or like in position like that. So y'all like this video? It's almost 900 people here. I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Please. He said Dave South pulled up. Dave crossed the gun line, man. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but all of the cameras was there. Everybody was there. He seemed to be embraced when he got there. Does he owe anybody an explanation? He's a grown man. He probably don't even owe nobody an explanation. I've been fucking with Max. I've been cool with Max. You want to fall out with me because of that? I've been in situations where somebody's close to me, right? And I might have an issue with somebody else, but the person that I have an issue with, my guy and that person was already cool. I wouldn't feel any type of way about him greeting him when they see each other. If he came up to give him dap, you've been giving him dap. Like, you just can't expect that type of shit from people. You don't. You just can't. I think they should do it for stacked bundles. When Sebastian said his mom had to put up $500K, I realized this is not a skit. Why would he go back to the projects? Why would he go back to the projects? How the fuck do you go to the NBA and end up back in the projects? You ain't got nowhere other place to be, my nigga. Like, what happened to your broads and shit like that? Like, how do you go back to the Jacks? I don't understand that. Like, what the fuck? And if that's Sebastian's reality, he got to hold that, because this is a guy who was in the NBA. He was a star player in high school. Ain't nothing wrong with being out here, being a coach somewhere, training somebody. Get the fucking basketball and the whistle, man. Go find you somebody to train and get the fuck up off your knees. Like, niggas be wanting to be in the spotlight and live like a celebrity forever and shit. It don't work like that. You got to continue to earn money. If you want to live that type of lifestyle, if you want to, sustain a celebrity, high caliber, expensive, ostentatious lifestyle, you got to continue to work and got to continue to earn money to pay for the shit. If you're not working, if you're not getting busy and shit, you probably will end up back in the fucking projects. Max B new music is gonna be fire. That remains to be seen. Right now, I was in the gym last night and I was listening to, I always work out to Dead Solver, but I was listening to PD5 and a couple of his old projects and shit. A lot of that shit I never even heard before. But I was reading the comments up under them videos. The online community now is in them comments. Like, you see somebody just commented 2 hours ago, an hour ago, 15 minutes ago. Whereas all the other comments, the song might have been uploaded 14 years ago. The project might have been uploaded 17 years ago, 12 years ago. The last comment was 5 years ago. But if you go up under them videos now, you see fresh comments. So he's definitely been reintroduced to society in a great way. My older brother, he 58. I think he just turned 59. He called me and hit me up and was like, yo, what's up with this Max B nigga and shit? I'm like, you know who that is. I sent him some music. I sent him G's Up, Hoes Down. I know he heard that before. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. He's like, what's going on and shit? So I had to fill him in with the beef, whatever's going on. I sent him the Doggy Diamond's interview. Doggy Diamond's going to eat right now because of that interview. Everybody's going to go back, especially if it's monetized. Everybody's going to go back and watch that interview. I know, well, I did, and I sent it to my brother. That's the interview when Max got the perm in his hair. That's gonna go through the roof. That's gonna go crazy. And I can't leave this out. DJ Academics was on last night, and he said as soon as he posted some Max B content, Whack 100 immediately started to text and message him with the accusations. I'm gonna just put this out here. Them accusations, them rumors, whatever you want to call it, that's been going on for like the last 6 years, at least 6 years. I talked to Pooh Sims before. I talked to him on the phone before. It started out on Instagram. I can't remember who put me with him. It could have been 40 Cal, it could have been Sin City, somebody. And when I listened to him, and I'm listening to what he's saying, and I'm saying to myself, I'm going to stand down on the Pooh Sims interview. I said, I'm going to stand down on Pooh Sims interview. I am. I'm going to stand down on that. I'm not going to be a part of this. There's some people who entertained it, some people who put that shit on their channel. I'll just say this. This is at the root of it. Whenever the police was looking for Max B and Gina Conway, they asked him, do he know this chick? He said, yeah. Do you know where she live at? I think he said no. Do you know where she work at? And he told him, oh, she works over here. That's the extent of what they're trying to say about him. He didn't testify against her in court. He didn't say she did anything. They asked, did he know where she worked at? She said, yeah, she works, to my knowledge, she works here. And that was the end of it. They're trying to take that and give him a label. They trying to take that and give him a label. There was just certain, I just wasn't gonna cross off into that. I wasn't gonna bar myself from the opportunity of getting content with him, with Max. I feel the same way about 50 Cent. 50 Cent done been in shit. I stood down. I've always stood down on it because that's somebody that I would want on my platform. And I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about him. I remember when Max B and Jim Jones did a song with Pete Rock. That joint was fire. It's called We Roll. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. I don't believe a word Sabu 100 says. I don't know who that is. Gina took the stand on both of them. So the chick that they're trying to say that Max told on is the one who did the telling. Typical. She the one that talked. There you go. That's a good thing about having a live stream. We can get perspectives from different people all at the same time. There you go. She the one that did it. She the one that put them niggas in jail. I don't even think Max was at the scene of the crime. I don't even think he was there. He wasn't. He wasn't even there, but he was implicated as being a part of the planning stages of it. Let's be honest. We can't applaud this. I like his music, but we got to be honest on what happened. I'm glad you said that, right? Somebody said yesterday at one of my live streams, why when a person comes home from jail, they throw parties and everybody's excited and a bunch of other shit. And a person from college don't get the same treatment. I said this. A person that comes home from college, nobody get a chance to miss them niggas because they come home all the time. They come home for Thanksgiving. They come home for Christmas. They come home for New Year's. The Christmas break is like almost 3 weeks. They be home damn near a month. You get tired of them niggas and take your ass back to college. They come home from Easter. Then they come home for summer break. So there's not no window of really missing these people. A person who's been in prison, you're not seeing this motherfucker. If you're not answering his calls, you're not talking to him. So it's a whole different type of experience. It is. But as far as you saying we got to keep it real on what happened. Max didn't kill them dudes. Max B didn't kill them dudes. Max B didn't shoot them dudes. He didn't. So the reception that he's getting is no different than the reception that Sean got. People glad he home. Shaheem, people glad he home. When Killer Singh get out of jail, he gonna get the same reception. People glad that he fucking home. When Casanova get out, there's gonna be people who's glad that he's home. Mel Murder just got out a couple of weeks ago. There's people who was glad to see him free. So the difference between Max B and the rest of these people that I'm naming is that Max B had music out. Before he went to jail, he went on a tear. He was dropping music like a motherfucker. That PD5 series, your Public Domain, he was putting dope out in the streets, and then he left the streets during the DVD era. The DVD was called Coke Wave by Cocaine City. That's what French Montana was at the time. French Montana wasn't no rapper, mainstream rapper or nothing like that when Max went to jail. French Montana was a DVD nigga, right? And he was selling a DVD called Coke Wave that had the streets on fire. So a lot of people's last recollection of Max B was during the DVD era. He's been gone basically YouTube is new to him. YouTube came out in like 2007. Max B was on YouTube very briefly and he went straight to jail. Like he went to jail in the MySpace era. Yeah. Two other girls tried to set the dudes up before they got there. The World Star era. French Montana used to battle rap. I was booked and missed that Max wave. It was popping. I'm gonna tell you when he got really, really big. When he was doing them songs with Jim Jones, Pin the Tail on a Donkey is one of them. Baby Girl is one of them. G's Up, Hoes Down was one of them. He was a face in the crowd of many stars that was around at the time, right? When they got to beefing, that's when his star power started to skyrocket, when the beef started going on. That Doggy Diamonds interview, when he got that perm in his hair, that interview right there, that's one of the things, that's one of the reasons or one of the triggers that created his fan base. All of that slick shit he was talking and the music that he was dropping on his way to jail. The Dead Solver, She Touched It in Miami. These are all songs that he dropped on his way going to jail. Them is diss records. Terrell Porter, GTV all day. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you. I need y'all to like this video. It's over 1,000 people here. Dave East was the one that crossed the line. Jim Jones wanted to know, which one of you niggas is going to cross the line? And when he brought it up, Dave East didn't say anything. Mano was the one who fed into it. It seemed like Mano was trying to push Jim to give him permission. That's what it seems like. Because Mano kept bringing it up. Think about this. Mano kept bringing it up. He kept bringing Max B's name up. Leading up to this release, Mano is the one who kept bringing it up. And Jim was like, he kept bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? So he the one who was probably trying to get clearance. Man, Max is about to come home, man. I would benefit by doing a record with Max. I had a relationship with Max before he went to jail. He about to get... How is this going to sit with you? How is this going to sit with you? They all want to link with Max. Do you like Dave East music? Yeah, I do. Mano, like, I wouldn't go to the Max B party. Please let me go, Jimmy. Max is part of the first wave of rappers getting covered for rap beef on YouTube, along with True Life. I agree. He was one of the big beefs back then. Dave East younger than them other niggas. He was a kid when Max was out. Check this out. Great point. Max did 17 years. Take 17 years off of Dave East's age. Dave East might have been a teenager. He might have been a teenager. And definitely would have been a fan of Max B. So probably need some empathy in this situation. He was in high school. Dave was like 19 in 08. Teenager, exactly. You don't see rock and roll artists beefing like this. You don't. You don't see nobody running around trying to put paperwork on rock and roll artists, R&B artists. All of the low vibrational predatory shit exists in hip hop for some reason. It's something about the hip hop art form that attracts scumbags. It does. It does. Dave has a record with Cam and Max. It's on Max's album when he was booked. Dave E said, "This one is for you, Nas. Never disrespect God's son." Jimmy Jones is living a nightmare from 17 years still. I know that he's very uncomfortable right now because as soon as you cut on your, open your computer or open your phone and get to scrolling, you're going to see some Max B content. And you're going to see he's everywhere. 50 Cent just posted him. They was on, Luca Brasi had him on his FaceTime. Dame Grease is in the studio with him in French Montana right now. I just posted that. His content is everywhere. He's the solar eclipse. He's the East Coast solar eclipse right now. The thing to do is to get down with it. Get down with it. Swallow your pride and get down with it. But if that girl is tied to this, it ain't gonna be no pride swallowing. It ain't. It seems as if the love he's getting is genuine. He had anthems, yo. He had, at the end of the day, I'm willing to play. I'm trying to put a tail on a donkey. He got anthems. G's up, hoes down, baby girl. You trying to hang out with the Dipset. Then you got to get your lips wet. Just think about these songs. Them was all his hooks. Them was all his hooks, man. Like, he got headbangers, man. When his music come on, he got them joints. He's very skilled at it. He is. So, rapping or singing hooks, whatever. Max had time. He knew that he was going to get a November 9th release date. He knew that probably for a year, over a year. He knew that for ample time enough to prepare himself. All you need is a pen and pad. Let's talk about, he said Dave East was 20. He's 37 now. Let's talk about Male Matrix, Small 5 Chain. What's your opinion on Nico getting fired? He got fired because Anthony Davis is hurt and out for the season, and Luka Doncic is getting busy for the Lakers. He the one that made that call. He the one that traded him away. Dallas got nothing in return, and they lost $58 million. Anthony Davis is hurt and going to earn $58 million this season, and he ain't even playing. He deserved to be fucking fired. Hip-hop invited the streets to the party. Everything that's associated with the streets is now associated with hip-hop. Nico is a fall guy. There's no way you make that call without ownership on board. I gotta agree. Clutch was in on that trade. Dave is Crip. Jim is Blood. How much loyalty is really there? Great point. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. This is going to go up. This is going to grow. This whole topic is going to grow. Expect this to grow. I promise you. This is going to be, Davies, he crossed the gun line. It's going to be on all the platforms. But like somebody just said, Dave East was 19. He was 19 years old. He was a teenager. He definitely was a fan of Max B. 17 years ago, Dave East wasn't even on. So he was definitely a fan of Max B. Probably was going to college or on his way to college. Can't expect him to embrace that type of shit. He said Cooper Flag is Leitner 2.0. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He said Cooper Flag is Leitner 2.0. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. He don't do nothing but dunk the ball. Yeah. You right about Gloria Velez. She's a mess and she got an OnlyFans account. Dave's loyalty to Jim Jones hurts his career. It don't hurt Dave's career. Dave East got his own motion. Dave East is signed a mass appeal with Nas. And Dave East kind of drops regularly. He kind of drops music and put out videos regularly. Dave East don't need Jim Jones. He don't. He don't. Let me get you out of here, Pam. Yes, money on the floor. Dave dropped money all over the floor. Lloyd Banks said pulling up on Max tonight at the studio with Grease. So, okay. Everybody going to get some of that dope. I could imagine what type of money he earning for features right now. He probably can get 20. He probably can get 20. 20 for a feature right now. 25. Why didn't people treat Max like a king in the industry before he got locked up? If you remember the versus battle, Styles P gave Max B a shout out. He said Max B's last days on the street, he spent time with around Styles P or with Styles P or something like that. I think Max B was revered. Max is a very likable guy. Very likable guy. He's funny. Colorful guy. I mean, shit. Dave East, wanna be a G featuring Max B is fire. I seen Nori pull Dave card on Drink Champs. Gully, thought on Westside Gun getting kicked out on WWE event and getting sued. Still a nigga. Still a nigga. He had been using they sound bites, and he had just put a billboard up with Ted DiBiase and Virgil in Times Square and shit. You got to answer to them people. They probably didn't understand how big Westside Gun was and how much money he was making for a period of time. But once they understood, oh, you got to pay us and stop using our fucking content. Yeah. Thought so? Yeah. Stop using our content. Max need to link up with Detroit too. Payroll, Peasy, GT, Babyface Ray. We need that. You saw Little John workout plan. I did not. I heard Dave East was nice playing basketball. He played for Towson State. I think he played for the University of Richmond at a point in time too. You got to pull this back, man. You got to play this back, man, if you want to know what's going on with Dave East. I spoke on it. I gave y'all my take on it. He crossed the gun line. So just look forward to their next podcast episode. Mano, Dave East, Fabulous. They got a lot to talk about now. They got a lot to talk about. I'm heading over to Instagram, man. I got to see what's going on over there. I know it's blazing hot. I just seen China Brent post a video of Dave East. He said he want to put Dave East in the comment section. I don't know. Make sure y'all like this video. I need you. It's almost 1,200 people here. It's almost 1,200 people here. I need y'all to get the likes up to like 600. Can we get 600 likes in here? It's 1,200. If just half of y'all like this video, just half. God damn. It don't hurt. The likes are free. We not pulling teeth here. Born Majesty, I appreciate the super chat. Why Jim hate Max so much? Can't squash the beef. I'm thinking it got something to do with his girl. He did say she sucked his dick. He said it on, got the R&B, got the effort in, bitch smoked cigs. All of this is irrelevant. Let's talk about it. That's the dead solver. If you want to know what's at the root of Jim Jones and Max B's beef, listen to a song called Dead Solver. DEADSOLVER. Max B, Dead Solver. That'll give you all of the information that you want to know. He got another one called She Touched It in Miami, but Dead Solver. Listen to Dead Solver. That'll tell you what you want to know. Max did something with Jim Woman. I don't think Max piped his girl. Pretty sure Alpo did, though. That Max and French Montana video on Hell Real had me laughing my ass off back in the day. Baby daddy need new shoes. Oh, I gotta go. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Make sure that y'all subscribe and follow me on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. Get that trifecta. You need it in your life. Get that trifecta. You need that in your life. It's at therealdribble.com. That's my 100% natural herbal supplement. It puts lead in your pencil. Joy back in your life. Your lady will thank you for it. Peace.